How's it going, fellas? Happy Sunday. How we doing? How we doing? Nexus 40 says I should award stickers to the first, and he was the first today. I'm all right with that. Send me your address. And Frank is not the first, but that's okay. If you ain't first, you're last. I hate live streams. Caleb's like, I hate live streams. Sorry, Caleb. I like them. I'm sorry. But I do other videos, right? Did you see the new one? Did everybody get a chance to see the new LED one? What do you think? What do you think? I got give me some feedback. How's it going, everybody? Newton, Nigel's here. Stone V-Dub, how's it going? Stolen. I knew that. Dale. All right. Gonna try to move over to Twitch. All right, Caleb. Twitch is good. Twitch is good. So my whole purpose in that video was really to take a step back and kind of redo the basics of the LED stuff. Because, yeah, well, there'll be more advanced stuff, Pavel. There will be some more advanced stuff. And that's actually, we can work on some of that today, because that's kind of what I was hoping to do today is I have some questions about what wLED can do, and I thought maybe we can figure some of that out. The one thing I want to ask or figure out first is the sync stuff. Like, how does the sync work, and is there a way we can sync in groups by changing the group topic? Does it work that way or not? I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to find out today. If you guys already know, that's great. You can tell me, and then that'll make it a little bit easier. Creative. Oh, good. Pattern library. Good. Yeah, John, we can look at that today. So what I've got here, let me turn this on. Turn on this. Do the focus dance. Do the focus dance here. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's like I can't focus. I want to focus, but I can't focus. Stop it. Stop the autofocus madness. That's better. And then we want to auto exposure. Exposure is pretty good there. But what we do want is probably the white balance to change. Yeah, that's better. All right. Good. Now that we can see what we're doing. I guess, well, we'll do a lot of it on this webcam, and then some of it we'll do on the... Stop, that makes me dizzy. It makes me dizzy too. I'm like feeling seasick after that. Is there a ready-made thing for LED matrices? What there are, Chris, I don't know if there's something like wLED for matrices, but what there is, or what there are is, what there is are. It's English. I don't know much about it. English, that is. X lights. So when you can find, and actually Mark and I'm sure some of these other guys that have done it. Oh, hey, Sergio. Yay, unicorns right off the bat. Pew, thanks for subscribing. I'm seeing Frank's comments on the new, I haven't seen it, but we'll look at it. Let's look at it today. What I was saying is X lights for Chris. There are, there's a whole community of patterns and of things that you can download for X lights that are the shows, and some of those shows they make for a matrix. So if you start X lights, you can tell X lights, this controller is a matrix and it's this by this, and then you can design a pattern for that, or you can just download somebody else's pattern for that. I know Paul, who I haven't seen in a while. I wonder how Paul's doing, but Paul made me well, he didn't make it, but he downloaded and sent me a thing for Michigan football for my matrix, which I actually should load up, right? Because it's football season. Football's about to start getting bad. All right, let's look before we get back into this real quick. I got to see Frank's telling me about this new mini Prusa. Oh, all right. Thanks, DrZzs. We'll do this one for you. I need to make some more of these. Why not the Ender 3? Yeah, Frank, why not the Ender 3? I don't know. What's this mini Prusa? You must have a space constraint. Is that right, Frank? New mini Prusa? Prusa Mini. Wow, that is tiny. Original Prusa Mini. Mini's not a bad idea. That looks super tiny. Wow. Boy, I can see you having some Y, some or Z, I guess I should say. Whoa, my gosh, we just got all these things going on with the subscribing and following, and thanks everybody. Thanks for being here. The Maxi is coming, so they're going to make a Maxi. Oh, there we go. Print twice as fast. Oh, 2 Prusa Minis versus 1 i3, huh? If you're making little things and stuff. I like this bed where you can just bend it and pop stuff off. That seems awesome. Make this whole cube. I know when you have only one Z axis like this one has, I mean, it's so small, maybe because this one is so, that's probably right. I mean, these guys, Joseph Prusa knows only like 3,000 times more about how to make a good 3D printer than I do. but you know, when you only have one Z axis motor like this, you can get that arm bending a little, but that's probably if this thing was twice as long, then maybe that would be a problem. So when it's short like this, it's probably not a problem. And this is not a direct drive, right? I don't think it is. And that makes it lighter on this end too. So anyways, that's pretty cool. Do I use a UPS for my Raspberry? That's a good idea. I don't, but I should. I have one. I just haven't, it needs new batteries. Is it Thanksgiving? Is it Canadian Thanksgiving? Wow. I didn't know. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, we are just getting all kinds of, I guess I could do this. Should I do the old squirrels one? I haven't done that one in a while. I'll just have to keep talking while I do it. I still have to change the song so that they don't ban me or take the $3 that I'll make from the ads for this video because I used somebody else's song. But I like the squirrels. I just need to change the song. All right, now let's get back to wLED. The auto discovery and home assistant and wLED isn't working. So Crazy Buster, I've heard that a lot. Thanks, Alice, for following. I've heard that a lot. Who has had that problem and solved it? So I've had a lot of people ask me that, and I don't know that the answer is the same for everybody. So let's look at a couple of things. One is going to be in your configuration file. What do you have in your configuration.yaml? Do you have anything about MQTT in there? Because surprise to me, some still do. Some folks still do. Mine, I think, has been out of there for a long time. Close your eyes, Frank. Yeah, so I don't have anything, not in all 2,500 lines of my configuration.yaml, I don't have an MQTT heading. Some people still do. And the ones that did, or somebody who did at least, that told me how they solved it, they had to add discovery, a discovery section to this if they had an MQTT section. If you don't already have it, you do need to have discovery here, I would think. Okay, so make sure you have discovery if you don't have an MQTT section. And then the other thing, and I don't know what you can do about this if you've already set it up, you probably just delete the integration and set it back up again. But if you go to your integrations and you go to your MQTT integration, when you set this up, there should have been this is weird. I didn't know this was all here. This must have changed. But when you set this all up, initially, is there some settings I can change? Enable newly added entities. If disabled, newly discovered entities will not be automatically added to Home Assistant. Okay, well, my point was when you first set up the Mosquito integration, it should have asked you, do you want to use auto discovery? And you just had a click box you had to click. And once you've finished, I don't know that you can go back and maybe that's what this is now. This is new. I hadn't seen this screen before, so maybe that's what this is. Maybe you can change it now so that it will discover new devices. Check and see if yours is turned off. Maybe you need to turn it on. The other thing you can do is delete your Mosquito integration and reinstall it, and then make sure you do the auto discovery. But the other thing, and if we get a chance to get to it today, the other thing that I would like to do today is go through how to set it up manually. So let's go through a wLED manual MQTT setup for Home Assistant, because I think that's going to be good. Auto discovery is great, right? It's nice, it's easy, just it appears it's there, and you can use it without doing anything. But there are some things that so far it doesn't have. It doesn't have the intensity slider, which matters for some effects quite a bit, and it doesn't have the speed of the slider or the speed slider either. So putting those two things in would be important. So I think we'll go through that if we get a chance to today. I think we will. I feel like streaming for a long time today, so I hope you guys have your beverage of choice handy, because this is gonna be at least probably a couple hours. There you go. Pear Jeebus says, started for me when I turned off the auto discovery and integration menu, restarted, then turned it on and restarted. Long-winded, worked fine since. That was a few versions of Home Assistant ago. So something like that. Yay, long live stream. That's awesome. Okay, we should walk us through the house again and what you have there. I will at 50,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. I got 40 something, or almost 40, I guess. I don't know how many 40 is, but at 50 we'll do another one. So it'll probably be, well, at this rate, it'll probably be January, maybe somewhere in there when I get to 50, unless I put out some really good videos. Have I used wLED for E31 protocol? Yes. Does it work as good as ESP Pixel Stick? It worked perfectly well. So, excuse me. There was no problem with it, Jason. It worked. Yeah. I set it just to test it, because I haven't done a lot with X lights. I'm going to soon, because now I've got a whole lot more lights, and I still have, I still have a few hundred I haven't hung yet that I plan to hang. So I'm going to do X lights. And yeah, it works. It worked. I just put in the IP address, told it was an E131 in X lights, and sent a basic generic pattern to it, and it received it. And it worked perfectly. So yeah, I would say yes, it works as good as ES Pixel Stick. All right, let's grab some jumpas. Can you tell me what sensor you use for the big blue scored automation? Wellbo, I don't have one now. It hasn't worked for over a year, because I was using If This Then That and the ESPN integration there, and they took that away. So if somebody has a way to get a sports team score and use that as a trigger for Home Assistant, I would love to hear about it. Why don't I use ESP Home compared to Tasmota that much? You asking me, Pavel? I use them both a lot. Here's the one-liner on my decision tree between ESP Home and Tasmota. If it's a Sonoff device, I'm just going to use Tasmota. If I'm flashing a Tuya device, I'm just going to use Tasmota. It's just easy. And there's templates already there. They're set up. You know, they know what the buttons are, what the LEDs are, what the relays are, which pins, and you know, so it's a no-brainer there. It works, and MQTT works just fine. So if I'm taking a sort of an existing device like a Sonoff or a Tuya device, flashing it, I'm going to go with Tasmota. If I am going with I'm just going to keep doing these. If I'm building my own device, if I'm taking a D1 Mini or Node MCU and I'm adding relays and I'm adding sensors and I'm building my own device, then I'm using ESP Home. So there you go. And I did use ESP Home on my BH Onofre, or one of them, and the other one I want to take it out of the box and put ESP Home on there. So that's what I use ESP Home for, and it works great that way. So you could just as well use Tasmota for your custom built devices, but ESP Home is just really nice, and it's really easy. In fact, yesterday I'll show you real quick. I started because it's getting cold around here. You can see the temperature on that first page. It was, 56 degrees outside or something. So that's what is that in Celsius? I wish I should just convert, right? I know. I'm sorry. Anyways, this is our radiant heat. So this is our floor heat. And so I finally got this installed and set up yesterday. And so now I've got all these new all these new temperature sensors, and they're controlling the floor heat. And when I initially did this a year ago, I did it actually, was it a year ago? Year and a half? It was just as we were finishing, just as the winter was ending. And so we didn't really need the heat anymore. And so I never really installed it. And at the time I had Tasmota on it, and ESP Home wasn't really a thing yet. So, but yesterday when I got it back out, it's a D1 Mini and 7 relays. And I put it together on some boards and did, soldering, made it nice and tidy. But yesterday when I went to do it, I just changed it for ESP Home. It was just easy. So that's what I did. 5 degrees. No heating or cooling for the last 2 months. That's money in the bank. That's right, Will. Money in the bank. Black screen. Uh-oh. Black screen. 5C or F. Anyone has some good power on reset device for ESP? Power on reset device. No. Ferenc. All right, let's get some things set up here. What we're going to do. Oh, let's turn this back on. So what I've got here, I've got one of these. I've got some Node MCUs. I've got some little strips of LEDs. There's only a few LEDs on each one of these, but these are just for good for testing. So we got, looks like about 8, maybe. 7, and 6. So that'll be fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run these on here, and we're going to test out some different things with wLED. What do you think? All right. So what we're going to need is a bunch of jumpers. Yeah, jumpers. Jumper. There. All right, my color coding is going to be off on my jumpers today, all right? I'm not going to be able to make it real pretty because I'll be doing it on the fly. All right, let's go. Oh, wait, I did that right. Let's see if we can fit these. Oh, I'm going to have to flash these first. How fast can we flash some wLEDs? We can do this while we talk. By the way, wLED is awesome. You are so right, Ferenc. You are so right. I meant, when I was watching my video and I went back and watched the one I just did, I thought, oh, you know what? I probably didn't give Air Cookie enough credit. I should have put something in there about, go give Air Cookie some tips or something. Impressed by my level of preparation. It's better than sometimes, right? We could have done this last week if I'd have been half prepared. All right. That's it, right? Nope, that's not it. This is it. Okay. Open that. We're going to just start flashing these. Okay. Do I have a Wake on LAN integration? I don't. I don't have a Wake on LAN integration. Who does? Does anybody? Any tool to create more complex animations, like my things that fly around the screen, or automations like for your home assistant? Animations, there's software that they'll try and sell you on Facebook. I know that. No video on YouTube, really? Is that possible? Is anybody else having no video on YouTube? You're funny, guys. Real funny. All right, we're gonna. But so totally true, Frank. Totally true. I cannot argue with anything that you're saying. Okay, I'll hear. Okay, good. It's all fine. Okay, great. Okay. I can do this now pretty fast. I've done so many now of these wLED boards. So we're going to call this, we're just going to call it, I'm just going to do 1, 2, and 3, okay, for now. So 1.local. That's how we're going to do it. Save and reboot. Has 2 great videos on using Wake on LAN for Linux or Windows. Oh, cool. Burns is a good dude. You know what? We should include him more. I should reach out to Adrian. Isn't that his name? Adrian? I haven't communicated with him ever. I don't think that I remember. Does this guy work at a children's hospital? Does anyone know? Do I? No. I don't. I rarely take care of kids. Very rarely. Sometimes, but not very often. Only in really bad situations. Yes. What? That's weird. Why would it ask me to do that again? That's weird. So I got contacted by the Decons integration maintainer. It has been added. Oh, good. So what got added? While we're waiting, I was playing with the new device automations in Home Assistant, and the cube was missing. Oh, and you added. Oh, good. Oh, that's fantastic, Frank. Oh, that is fantastic. Thank you for doing that. Confirm. I don't really want to resubmit. What's happening? I see what's happening here. You guys didn't know you were going to get serenaded today? Why is it doing this? Oh, it didn't save my... Huh. Because like I said, I'm such a pro with this. Okay. A couple ESP home bulbs, they're dead and you can't get them to reconnect. Oh, bummer. Alex, you might have to take them down and manually do something with them. It's always the fallback. Created a wLED plugin for Domates in case someone is interested. Still quite beta, but it works. Awesome. Yeah, share. You feel free to post a link. Why? What? Okay. That's better. That's what I was looking for. Get this thing out of the way for a minute. All right, so we're going to go in here and we're going to say, oh, that's right. We want to just tell this thing it's only going to have 7 LEDs for now. And we'll come back and do the rest. Okay, so that one's done. So we can pop that one off and pop it on here. Let's see how many of these I can fit on this breadboard. I actually think I'll be able to fit all 3 of them. Hold on, found it. That's all. Okay, great. You found what you were looking for. Nat found what he was looking for. I didn't even know he was looking for something. Does ESP Home support WS2812B? Yes, it does. Sure does. If you do my parking, which I guess Jerry might, I don't know if Jerry's going to show up today or not, but Jerry will probably be the first one to actually install version 4 of the garage opener. But you know, I did a version 4 of the garage door opener, and when I did it with ESP Home, and I set it up so that it would do some effects with an RGB light, with a WS2812B, I guess, RGB light right here. So see how it says light, platform, Neo Pixel bus, and then this is the color or you know, RGB or GRB, whatever, based on the light you have. They just, different people, different manufacturers seem to change them around. But anyways, and then you can do a lot of things with it. And if you just look at the Neo Pixel bus platform in ESP Home, you can get all the information that you need about how you arrange this or whatever. If anybody wants this, there you go. Okay. All right, back to this. We got another one to flash. Should be able to just do that again, right? Yep, sure enough. Did you guys, so some of you guys probably were on Frank's stream yesterday. Did you see, while we're waiting for this, one of the most exciting new things about the latest version of Home Assistant, which I haven't installed yet, but one of the most exciting new things, if you look at the release notes, and maybe this is, I don't know if it's just me, but to me, this is the most important thing. Oh, it's probably still, no, that's fine. Okay. This part right here, by JSON. It doesn't mean that you don't use JSON anymore or that you can't. but you don't have to. Right here. On the back end, we've been using YAML, which means like your configuration file is a YAML file, right? But on the front end, we still used JSON for a lot of things. So like if you went to the services tab, if you go to, if you go to the developer tools and services, and if you wanted to, do something to one of your whatever device, this box in here, you had to make it in JSON, which meant squiggly bracket, quotation marks, name, colon, squiggly brackets, and then it was all different. And so maybe you go to this is what I did a lot of times. I'd go to this, I'd get it working in here, but then I'd had to translate that to YAML, or, sort out what that means in YAML to make it work in an automation when I put it in my automations.yaml file or something. Well, that's all changed. Now we can actually put the, in that service data box right here, right here, in this service data box, you can now put YAML just like you would in your configuration file or in your automations file. That is so cool. That means you just don't have to learn JSON. And not that it's that hard, but at least it's one less thing that you have to spend time working on. So very cool. Very happy about that. Thank the devs for me, would you, Frank, when you see him on the street? Give him a high five. All right, we're back here. Connecting number 2. See if it'll save my network settings this time. Too bad you can't put in the number of LEDs right here. That would be helpful. Do you hear that, Air Cookie? Can you set it up right here so that we can just put the number of LEDs right here also? That'd be really nice. We'll thank them personally. I so wish I could be there. During your stream on Friday, Frank, I actually looked up plane tickets again, and it's not too bad. I could get a plane ticket round trip to Amsterdam and a hotel for $700 or $800. Which is a lot cheaper than it was like a few weeks ago. So I don't know if there was just some kind of sale or something. The problem is I'm already taking a lot of vacation in November. Taking like the whole week of Thanksgiving, some other days, and I'm only working like 16 days anyways. So it's just, I go, So, man, I would love to be there. I wish I would have planned that further ahead of time, Okay, sweet, we're there. I would love to go. I mean, I want to see Amsterdam just for the sake of seeing Amsterdam, but it would be triple cool to meet all you guys that are there. Be in the mecca of home automation in the world, for goodness sakes. All right, LED preferences. We're going to tell it we've got 7. And then we're going to save it. Okay, and that one's done. Now we got 2 of them done. Boop. Number 1 and number 2. Last one. We can get some work done. Just got to explain to my wife going on a solo vacay. Yeah, that would. My wife is so understanding. Is she watching? Are you watching, sweet dear? She's amazing. She puts up with. It's incredible. It's incredible that she hasn't just beat me to death at some point already. Okay, flashing that one. Is it? Oh, flat with tulips? Is that what the Netherlands looks like? There's no tulips right now, probably, right? I will definitely be at CES. In fact, I've already registered for CES. So CES in Las Vegas, I'll be there for the whole week. She tolerates me being a Wolverine fan, Vanessa. I tell you what, we're talking football, and most people watching probably, from some other country don't care as much, but Kawota. There we go. But we won, Michigan won yesterday, so great. Everybody's happy. My son won his last football game of the year yesterday, so that's great. Everybody's happy. But then I look at the next 5 games that Michigan plays, and I wouldn't, as I'm a fan, and I always will be, win or lose and all that. But boy, we'll be lucky if we win 1 out of the next. I mean, we'll have to win 1 out of the next 5, but we may only win 1 out of the next 5. What do you know? What do you know? What are you going to do? I remember the days when Ohio State used to not be that good. When Ohio State used to be the whipping boy. Not quite a whipping boy, but at least, we've been humbled. We've been humbled in the. All right. Save and reboot. Yeah, I would like to see that too. The Wolverines would need to win. Yeah, that's right. They would. Maybe because we're not at home, there's fewer ESPs, LEDs, and breadboards lying around everywhere. Maybe that's right. Maybe they like it. Totally freaked up a wall plug. Uh-oh. The one that power monitors your freezer. Oh, I remember you telling that story. Forgot to disable restore state. Had a power outage. Freezer didn't turn on 3 days later. Oh, that sucks, man. Mirek, did I ever try ESP30 author in your home? Wonder what would happen. I should try it probably and see what would happen. I know that Rob did something about it. I'm sure there's more information out there and how you can make one of these little hack sticks or whatever. I haven't done it to sort of test my own security, but yeah, you're right. I probably should. It would be a good thing to see how vulnerable I am. Fortunately, there are very few people that live close enough that they could reach my network at all. And the ones that do, what are they going to do? Again, it's not like I'm keeping my social security number and bank passwords on there. So anyways. All right. One more. This is the last one. Okay. Great. Done. Oop. That was easy. We just flashed 3 Node MCUs with wLED while we talked about other things. How cool is that? Oh, not that one. I meant to do this one. Sorry, a little bit of a runny nose. Please don't use any hacking, especially RP poisoning. Well, I didn't pay attention. Yeah, I did it. DrZzs bank info. I opened, I was doing something last night. Oh, I was working on those heaters. I was working on the floor heater things, and I opened up VS Code, and it opened up with my secrets file. And I was like, oh, glad I didn't do that on the stream again. All right, now we're going to go to this. So there you go. See, I did 3 of them while Frank wasn't looking. All right, now we're going to jumper the heck out of this thing. It's Jumper City. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, that was broken. More jumpers. I actually had this all set up, and I was using it for testing a while back, and then I just got a little clean crazy and decided to clean up. That was a mistake. Nothing a couple minutes can't fix, though. We'll be on track here in no time. Okay, everybody's grounded now. Oh, deauth is dangerous. Well, is it dangerous? Will it mess up my system if I'm testing it to see if how vulnerable I am? Thank you, Juan, for subscribing. Will it mess me up? Because if it will, then I won't bother, doing it. I just would be curious how easy or how difficult it might be for somebody to cause me grief, right? Get in my system and cause me grief. It's not like my house is not discoverable. You can find where I am and all that stuff. But most people I guess there are bad people out there in the world, but most of them don't watch my videos. Okay. So that's that. We got that part going. That's awesome. Would you care to compare with a Quinn LED ones? Whoops. To do a comparison with a Quinn LED. With a Quinn LED, you mean if I put one of these on or get my Quinn LED board out and compare? Is that what you mean, Frank? Compare how one of these runs versus... Yeah, we can do that. I see what you're saying, I think. Yeah, and just see like are the transitions smoother and that kind of stuff. Yeah, we can do that. Yep, exactly. Oh, and the direction of travel. Default direction of effects travel. Ooh, that's a good one. So how does a wLED compare to a simple ESP? Yeah, let's do that, Frank. I can do that. Yeah, let's do that. Don't let me forget. All right. Now we got them powered. Now we're gonna, I guess we should power these strips. I guess I could stick them to something, but the problem is once I stick them, they're never unsticking. All right. That's maybe okay. Oh, you know what else I should do? This would be good. Maybe, just maybe, I could. Can I cut this? Oh, yeah. So I got this. This is actually tubing from the hospital that was in the. It's a simple piece of tape. Oh, come on. Tape. That would be so easy. What I'm gonna do is I've got this little diffuser. Which will be good because trying to show this on the stream is gonna be a challenge anyways with the way LEDs show up on some of these cameras. They get so bright and messed up. But this will be good because I've got this will keep them straight. It'll keep them lined up and it will diffuse them a little bit. So see, better than tape. Ooh. Just came here to watch the video. Flash your old DrZzs to the wLED OTA and Air Cookies INO updater. Only had to repower it. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It is great. I have officially changed all my outside lights that I've had for years. I have officially changed now to wLED. So it's all true. Okay. Here's 5 volts. Here's 5 volts. More. 5 volts. Some grounds. Yes, I'm keeping them all color coded. You guys notice? It's a little OCD. That's okay. That one needs to be a little longer, maybe. Instead of these short ones, I'm going to get some longer ones. Yeah, that's better. Ground. Woo! Almost slipped and put that one in the power. That would have been bad. Come on, I need a longer one. How many individual node MCUs am I using total for my lights? Let's count them. There's one on the tree. There's one on the back porch bar thing. There's one on the sticky lights at the back door. There's one on the side of the house. There's one on the front of the house. There's one in the main living room where the window is. There's one on the girls' bedroom outside. There's one in my office. There's one in the girls'. There's 2 more in the girls' room. 10 so far. 10 so far. 10 so far, and counting, because I'm not done. And that's okay. I don't think there's going to be a problem with that. Thank you, Rafael Marcial de Roca. All right. Oh, yeah, we need these now. Time to start putting in the power of these. Let's get this one. This one needs to be longer. It's going to bug me. Oh, and you know what else I did today? A little bit ago, I went ahead. I was debating. Yeah, like $25 worth. Yeah, that's it, right? Isn't that amazing? They're so dang cheap. I just got a pack of 10 from that finally arrived from AliExpress. So I have, not only do I have 10 boards that I am using, but I have at least 10 more that I won't say I'll use them all for that, but I've got plenty more sitting around the house waiting to be used for things. All right, let's get some of these data wires going. Yeah, that'll work. These three. They are getting so cheap. I mean, $2, All right, D4. D4 right there. Okay. So that's you, buddy. All right, and then D4 here. How long has this taken? Has anybody timed me? See how long this took? It's been a while. It's been too long. It's like the worst stream ever. I think some of these might fall out. I don't know what's going in there very good. I guess we'll see. And then D4 right there. All right, now we're ready to power them. Power them up. Woo! There it goes. And another one. Woo! And the last one. Woo! Okay. You don't need to see the Node MCUs as much as these lights. So that's cool. Great. Mucho greto. Thank you. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to tinker with the sync on these. I'm afraid right now if I go to, you stay there. Yeah. Okay. So if I go to one of these, so this is number 3. If I go here into the settings and I go to sync interface, I need to put in my, I'm going to need to do my, I need to do my MQTT, right? So right now, if I don't do MQTT, so I guess here's a question. If I don't do MQTT, if I just go here to the, where's the one where it syncs? Is that on this? Is that the sync button? I guess let's see. If I do that, yeah, dang, that's trouble. So look, they're all syncing, right? They're all changing colors together. You appreciate that? Thank you, John, for subscribing. All right, so they're all changing. So that's this button up here. What does that do then if it's just one of them? Okay, so that's just controlling number 3 here. I know that one on the screen looks like but it's just being affected by these. Those are blue, this one's pink. And then what if I don't do any of them? Then what happens? Is there a way? So what I was hoping, dang it. What I was hoping, hey baby.
Hi.
What do you need?
Is that the one
That's guest. That's the guest now.
Okay,
I just changed the name
this
to guest.
one isn't really working.
It should be working.
Yeah.
That's the guest. The guest Wi-Fi. Yep. Sorry. Man, I was really hoping. What I was hoping. So here's my dilemma. This is what I'm trying to do. If you change the theme, you can get the interface to look just like the app. Oh, really? Where do I change that? Probably in user interface. If I just do mobile. That's great because I like this. This is good. This is better. Thank you. And actually, then I can move it over here and we can see things at the same time. Thank you. Who said that? Who told me that? Awesome. Can't see what you're doing. Yeah, thank you. I fixed it. Oh, so that's what you do. So Dale says change the UDP port number to not sync the others. Excellent. That's exactly what I needed to know, Dale. Okay. So here's my dilemma. You guys, some of you guys probably figured out what my dilemma is. So I've got 10 different controllers around the house, and I don't want them, when I hit sync on one of them, I want it to sync, like, for example, I want to say the front one on the house. I want that one to sync with 2 others, but not with everything else. I don't want the ones in the girls' room to sync with anything, maybe. Or maybe I want all my ones on the inside of the house to sync together and all the ones on the outside of the house to sync together. And that's where the problem was. And I was hoping that I could change that with the MQTT all, change that with the group. But what Dale and Val are saying is the right thing to do, I think. So we're going to go in here and go to, that's got to be sync interfaces. And then right here, the UDP port. Oh, and look, you can do all these things. Receive brightness, color, and effects. Excuse me. Send notification on direct, saying it's a button press. Alexa, again, notifications. Oh, sorry, never mind. So what I need to do here is just change this to a different number. So for example, right now, oh, so when I hit sync, it probably did it for the whole house. Oh yeah, it sure did. My office lights are on. Okay, so let's go back here for a second. Let's go back and let's go back. We're going to turn on sync, and then we're going to turn them all off. Boom. Okay, and that turned off all the lights in the whole house. Thank goodness, because that turned on all of them all around the house when I hit sync last time. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to sync interface, and I'm going to just change this port down 1, 21323. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put my MQTT stuff in here too, and I'm just going to call this one 3 and put this stuff in here. It's funny, I have to think about my password. You guys should probably just tell me what it is. So device topic, and then right now it's all. I was also hoping that I could change this, and I'm sure you probably could, right? You could make this, instead of all, you could make it inside or outside. And then as long as you change it on each of those devices, then when you send a group topic to outside or to inside, you get it just to those devices. So that's what I was going to do. But I like this. I wasn't sure if that was how sync worked or not. And apparently that is not how sync works. Sync does not require MQTT. So sync just does it through their REST API, right? The HTTP API. So if you wanted to control different groups through MQTT, you would make sure that each device in that subgroup has the same group topic. So my inside lights would all have one that said inside. And these ones will all have, this will just be for now, we're going to call it test. We're just going to do this for playing around today. Okay, so that was number 3. Now I need to go to number 2. Let's do it here. And do the same thing. Sync interface. We change this to 21323. And then I am going to change the name to 2. Change, and then put my MQTT broker stuff in. And I'm changing these just for kicks. And what did I just call that? Test? Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Save that one. And then last one here, we're going to do 1. Perfect. Oh, this is working. How crazy is that? It's nuts. It's actually working. Ooh, we're going to change. Let's make this one 2-2. Just to put it in its own group for a moment just to test this out. Okay. All right. Time there. Universes. We can mess with universes too later. Oh, I don't know if we have that much time, but maybe we will. I know that name is just for she who shall not be named, and so it probably won't matter. Whoa. What? Why isn't it showing up now? There it is. Ooh. All right, there we go. Sweet. All right, so now we've got 3 of them. We've got them all on, well, 2 of them are on the same UDP port. One of them is a different UDP port, but the 3 of them are all on the same MQTT topic, right? All right, I'm going to read some comments for a minute. Got my amazing hints. I've done your new aquarium and aquascaping. Awesome. WS2011 LEDs, they're working awesome. You're welcome. We'll send a video. Oh, please do. Post it. It looks cool and relaxing. Awesome. And DE, that's Denmark. Thanks, man. Thanks for the feedback. Love hearing it. wLED is pretty awesome. Just wish it was easier to use the 2 usable pinouts out of the box. 2 usable pinouts out of the box. Explain more what you mean, John. Explain more what you mean. Hello from the Netherlands. All right. So now, if we go to one of these, and we're going to, I didn't change the interface on these. So let's go to this one. And we're going to turn on sync. And now if I just do the color, it doesn't turn on. So that's something I was used to with the brush sketch, is if you change the color or change the effect, it turned it on. That's not the case with these. You have to actually turn them on. Okay, oops, now. Oh, so the sync doesn't turn them on. See that? Sync doesn't turn them on. Huh. If I go to this one, do sync. They're not syncing. Yeah, let's change this user interface just to make sure that we're doing it right. Oops. Oh, hey, man. How's it going? Rob's here. Shameless plug. No problem. No, don't have a fancy web UI like wLED. Your holiday LED 2.0 code has been all updated and supports 6 zones or pin with 6 sections per zone. Oh, awesome. So what you got there is is that like maybe a ES Pixel stick kind of a prep, but you can use multiple pins? Is that what you're saying, Rob? Or do you use it for other effects too? But I know you do. You're doing X lights more, right? And doing that stuff. Post a link, Rob. Post a link. Love wLED, but have random white flashes every once in a while. Really? I know Air Cookie is working on it, but does anyone else experience this too? Ooh, I haven't had that. I have not had that. That's a bummer. Okay, so something's wrong. What's up with this, guys? They're not synced. I should probably turn down the brightness. That would help. Yeah, they're not synced. Yes to flashes. Dale is having flashes. What are those LEDs? These are just WS2812s. Single node MCU, 6 different pins, bunch of built-in effects. No E131. Oh, okay. Can't be supported over multiple universes without more RAM added to the node MCU. Gotcha. Turn on both sync buttons. No? Maybe it didn't save. Let's just double check. 2123. 21323. Okay. here, sync 21323. Could it be because I wonder if it's because I set up MQTT. Can you control more LEDs with only one board? Control more LEDs with only one board. Not sure what you mean, T&J. So sort of what Rob is saying is he has a sketch that you can put on that where you can have one board and run multiple strings of lights. With wLED, as far as I know right now, it's one pin is all you can use for this. They do have GPIO 0 set up as a push button if you wanted to have an on-off manual button. This is interesting. So let's try something. Let's try going to Home Assistant and using the new MQTT. Well, this isn't new, but so if I go to the topic wLED/test, then I don't remember what the commands are, so I'm just guessing. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to actually go look at what the commands are. wLED API. LED control, brightness, effect intensity, speed. Where's just on off? Master toggle on off. 0 or 1. Okay, let's just try 0. Do I have to put that whole thing in? I have to put this? So I thought MQTT was the same. I didn't know you had to do this. Maybe you do. Okay. Oh yeah, you must. Otherwise, it would just be those. So let's try this. This is me. I'm learning this. Nope, I didn't do it. Maybe this /T and then 0. Oops. Nope. Ha! Check if the new ports are the same. I did. No quotes, probably. Okay. Nope. That's okay. This is what we're doing today. We're learning. Nope, I didn't do it. All right, let's see if somebody says. Oh, /API. Okay. /API. And then T equals 0. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Renee. So, great. And that actually, so it's MQTT, and they're all responding to my MQTT test topic. What's up, buddy? Perfect.
Can I go try it? Where's the flat tire?
All right, I don't know anything about a flat tire. I don't know anything about a flat tire. If you want to go ride it, go ride it. Okay. We got that part. So, but the sync part, you don't have to turn sync on all of them. When you set one of them to sync, so if I go back and set those port numbers back, let's try going to sync interfaces. It shouldn't be messed up. I wonder why. Suggested injecting power at the other end of the strip could solve it. Oh, you're talking about your flickering. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, maybe. Power injection. The other thing would be possibly the data signal. Maybe you need the logic level shifter. Give that a try. Bling, bling, bling. Thanks, Carl. Let's see. What are we going to do for Carl? Where squirrel? All right. So I want to put this to 3. I was trying to make... Oh, what? Oh my gosh. It's too long. Can't see it. Oh, how many numbers are there? 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2? Wait a minute. No, it's because I accidentally... So it should be 2, 1, 3, 2, 3. So I just messed up here. 2, 1, 3, 2, 3. This was just number 1 that was kind of messed up. All right, so now we're going to go to all these. I only want one to have the sync on. And then when I do this, see, they're not syncing. That's weird. That's super weird. Are all 3 sliders controllable via Home Assistant over MQTT? They should be. If you set up a slider with that topic, Control A, what's that going to do? I don't know. All right. I wonder why. If I change it back to the default one. So Dale, have you done this? Who else was it? Dale and somebody else that said to change that sync with this. Let's try another one. Office. Sync interface. 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. Change this back to 4. So now it's with the rest of them. Oh, thanks. Stop asking. And if I turn on sync and then change it, yeah. Oh, now look. It changed them all. And now it's changing them all. Even though, okay, so here's what just happened. Set it to a smaller port number? Maybe. This wLED is awesome, Rob. You got to be, do some collaboration with Air Cookie, because this is his baby. It's amazing. This is really nice. All right. So look at what I did. So that must not be, so this, when I changed just this local number 3 back to this 24 port, then it started controlling all of them. Even though this wLED port is different. Or not wLED, UDP port is different. Huh. So I guess, is the UDP just for sending it out? Just need an easy way to do custom effects. We can do this. Where do you get the LEDs? Mostly AliExpress. He is crazy good, isn't he? Not sending the sync message to the right port. How do we change where we send the sync message then? Is that different? Well, I know we can do, like, if I go back to my test here, this will turn them all off, but not turn off my office lights. Oh no, it did turn off my office lights. What the what? It should not be, because that's not the group topic for my office lights. Check the code. Okay, Val. Thanks. Whatever you do. Thank you. Okay, well that's good. We learned a little bit. I don't have a solution right now then still for not controlling all the lights at the same time. We might have to come back to this. I do want to play with the effects a little. And I know some of you guys have been wondering about how do you do your own effects in here. So let's do that for a few minutes and we'll come back to this. Maybe let manual home system integration. Yeah, let's do manual home system integration. Let's do the custom effects. Let's do custom effects first. All right. So let's go to this strip. Okay. In wLED, you can pick two colors. One's a primary color, one's a secondary color. So if I just turn on one of these, oh, it's synced, so it turned them all on. Okay, I'm just going to turn on one of these, and the color that you select right now. This is FX second color, and it's off. That means the color that I select here is my first color. Okay, so my primary color is going to be red. Now there's a bunch of effects that use your primary color. Oh, and there's a great list of them here. There's a great list of them. Let's leave that page up. Let's go. Oh, actually, I started doing my own. Let's find it. Because I was going to add some stuff. And this might be a good time to sort of add some of that. Okay. So here's, man, I'm blind, aren't I? Let's zoom out a little bit here. Ah, wrong way. Okay. Oh, you probably can't see that though. So there is a page that tells you, there's a page in the wLED docs that tells you basically in some simple language what each effect does. And that's super useful. But let's see, Dale's here. Separate sync working. Let me know if you need help. TDP port. Make sure sync in and out is set correctly. Okay, Dale, we'll come back to this. We're going to come back to that syncing thing. And maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe I don't have the latest thing or maybe I have something wrong. We'll see. Okay, in the meantime, so this is all the effects. This is basically what they do. And then there's some more information over here about what the intensity slider does. And what I put in here was changeable colors. Are the colors changeable or do they stay the same no matter what you do? So let me see how I can manage my screen real estate a little bit better here. Maybe shift this guy. Something like that. It's not very big, is it? All right. So when you do these ones that are yes, when I went through them, my primary color was what matters. So if we do blink, obviously that's the primary color. But something interesting, and I'm going to find this out. If you set the secondary color to, say, blue, is it going to blink between red and blue? Yes, it is. Now, if you want it to be just your primary color and not your secondary color, then you take, with this tab up here turned on, that means you're adjusting what you adjust, what adjustments you make are applied to your second color. You just bring the brightness down, basically till it's off. And now it'll go back to just being your primary color. And you can make your secondary color just a lot dimmer if you want. Or you can make it just as bright. And if you change your secondary color, it starts blinking between this and that. And then you can adjust your speed as much as you want. Intensity with this effect, with blink, oh, it does matter. So the intensity varies, and that's really, really slight. Hopefully you can even see that. These are just Node MCU boards. $2. Node MCU, and then free wLED software. Thank you, China. So if you slide the intensity slider over to the right, you get a little bit longer time on your primary color. I don't know if you can see this as well, but you get more time on your primary color and less time even on your secondary color. I guess it would be better if we slowed it down. Okay, so it's primary color and then just flashes your secondary color. And then if you put your intensity slider all the way to the other side, it does the opposite. It goes secondary color and then just flashes your primary color. So that by itself right there is already sort of a custom effect, right? And what you do then, if you like, say you know, oh, this is how I want my Christmas thing to be. Okay, great. Then you turn on Edit Presets and you click a preset. So I'm just going to set this to number 16. All right. Right. Did I do that? Yeah, it did. Now, if I turn off my Edit Presets, I'm going to change it just to solid again. Now, when I go to my presets, if I just hit 16, it will go back to that exact effect. Do those sliders carry through a different effect, or are they unique variables? That's a good question. That's a back-end thing, I think, Rob. I don't know. I know that if you look at if you go to, maybe the website's a better place to go, or at least in addition, because I made some extra notes there. wLED effects. List of effects and palettes. So if you go here, it tells you what the intensity slider does. So the intensity slider doesn't do anything on some things, but it does have an effect on other things. So depending on what your effect is, it changes what the intensity slider does. All right. So let's say let's go back here and do something else a little more fun than just this little blinky thing. So we want something that's going to be, I kind of remember, well, I guess let's go with this list. Sets each LED to a random color, a number of rainbows. Oh, that's kind of fun. We can just look at that real quick and just we'll go to rainbow. Rainbow. Oh, it's not going to be quite so good with so few LEDs. But the intensity slider will change, like it says how many rainbows, but the way I looked at it when I was looking at them on my house is it changes like how big each color band is. So the band might be only one LED, or it might be the whole string based on what you do with the intensity slider. Yeah, there you go. So when I turn the intensity slider all the way down on rainbow, then it basically just takes the whole string of lights and cycles through each color of the rainbow. As I turn up the intensity slider, that's doing something weird right there. Now it looks like maybe 2 or 3 LEDs. This is weird. It's kind of, yeah, so now maybe it's got like 2 colors for that strip. But when I was down here, it was like 1 per, like each LED was a different color. Anyways, you even have to play with it. But once you find what you like, then you edit presets and select a preset, and then you can save it. The white slider and home assistant, each effect does something different. Okay. Does it also change the intensity for scan or fade? Well, I think it stays, the intensity slider, Rob, to answer your question, I think it stays at whatever it is. So if we go to fade, it'll be whatever this intensity slider is. I don't know, is fade affected by intensity? I don't know if it is. Let's look on the list and see if fade even isn't affected by intensity. No. So the intensity slider doesn't have any effect on the fade in this case. Let's look at running. Let's go to running. So I'm going to put it in the middle. Well, that's actually no. Let's make it extreme, and that way we'll get an idea of whether or not it, like, does your intensity slider and your speed stay the same when you select a new effect? Does it reference whatever you had it set to before, or does it reset it? And I'm pretty sure it sets it to whatever it was before. Oops, those are palettes. So let's go to running. So there's running, and that looks like it's moving really fast. And then I can slow it down. There you go. And then the intensity. Yeah, the intensity shortens the bands. So this was a good one. So this was, I think, running is a good one for teams, right? If you're going to pick an effect and you want to make a custom sports team color, we're going to make our secondary color maize. Where's Vanessa? And we're going to make our primary color blue, like that. It transitions to a white in between, which is kind of too bad. I would rather skip to the white. Yeah. Doesn't look like you can, doesn't look like I can do that. It looks like it has to pass through there to get there. It doesn't just go right to, but maybe that's why running, maybe I don't want running. Maybe I want something else. But anyway, so you can take this and make it maybe a little less intense so that my bands are a little bigger. Yeah, so that it flows kind of like that. Okay. Turn up the speed a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking this. I like where this is going. Something like that. And then we're going to save this. I'm going to preset this. Preset number 1. Okay. Turn off the presets. Turn it on to something else. And then go back to preset number 1. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Use chase. Ooh, okay. Let's play with chase. Oh yeah, chase is good. So now what does speed do with chase? Very good, very nice. And what does intensity do? Does intensity change chase? No, it doesn't seem to. But I also like that. That's cool. You bet. I'll go with that. Edit presets. That's number 2. You have to remind me if I start my SSL certificate is expired on my website. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Is it not showing up? Like, does the website not come on? Ugh. All right. What were some other effects that people had questions about? Use a mode like rain. The intensity slider has a large effect. Oh, okay. Well, we can go through this list, and I remember twinkle, the amount of twinkles, dissolve, blink, Android. I remember this one, colorful. This was an interesting effect from the intensity slider. If you go to colorful, if your intensity slider is, it's basically just on off. If your intensity slider is below halfway, then the lights will be kind of, you can't really see them. Sorry, guys. Maybe if I turn down the camera there a little bit. But if you're down here with the intensity slider, they're kind of washed out, kind of pastel colors. If you put the intensity slider up here, then they're real saturated colors. So it's almost like it's 2 different color effects. That's kind of cool. All right, let's go back here. Let's change this so you guys can see these a little bit better since we're playing with light colors. Properties, figure video. And we're going to make it less exposed. Is that okay? Is that too low? That's probably good. All right. So now when I change this, you can appreciate that they're more washed out. They're more white, right? Can you list the effects in Home Assistant as a drop-down menu? They do show up, Nigel, already. So if you go to Home Assistant and you look at the light, you find that light. For me, it's going to be just about any that says wLED. When I open this up, if you turn it on, the effects are all here. So that's part of auto discovery already. The thing you don't have with auto discovery, you've got brightness and you've got the effects and you've got the color wheel. So you've got almost everything, but we're missing the slider for speed and the slider for intensity, which would be like white. And I think it's just a matter of adding that to the next version. I'm sure the guys can do it. I just can't. So if you want to have the slider for speed and the slider for intensity, then you have to do it manually. But everything else is here already when it auto discovers. It's pretty nice. Oh, hi. Ooh, hi. She brought me, but what's this? Banana bread or something. What version am I using? I think I'm using 8.5. Whatever it was that I flashed. I'm pretty sure it's 0.8.5. We talked about FV. We talked about the discovery thing at the beginning too. Check in your config file and see what you have there. You may need to do something different with your MQTT or with discovery or something. Five strips for 4 different sellers, and all of them has yeah. I have not gotten an ESP32 to work yet, but I haven't really tried again. Yeah, auto discovery for Home Assistant was new in 85 or something like that. Or maybe it was right before that. Okay. We're going to look at rain, right? So some of these aren't going to be quite so noticeable with such a short strip of LEDs. But if you change the intensity on rain, so rain is one where actually for rain, what we should do, we'll just do this for all of them. And now we'll turn the effect on rain. Come on, you stinkers. Oh, it's because they're not on. So you have to actually turn them on. No. What's happening? Why is sync not working again? Okay, there we go. So sync is working. So if I go to rain now, this will be cool. Especially if you had, I keep getting mixed up and going to the palettes. Go to rain. Imagine if you had a whole bunch of strips of LEDs hanging down like this. Then this effect, rain, is supposed to look like blue drops falling, right? So pretty cool. Try the port thing again, but this time after saving, do a reboot. Oh, okay, Val. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to turn them off. Okay, we're going to back up now. Backing up. Do you like that sound effects? So I'm going to just turn them all off. I'm going to turn my sync off. Now I'm going to go back here. I'm going to do, I would have thought it did a reboot, but I guess I could just do, you mean like a hard reboot? Maybe it doesn't have to reboot, I guess, huh? All right, so let's change the port down one and then save. And then is there a reboot button? Just save and reboot. Like that, Val? Yeah, okay. So you're right, it didn't reboot before. Can I start over? Oh, Bobby's here. Okay, starting over. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Bobby probably remembers I've told that story of the girl in our medical school class that did that. Oh my gosh. It's amazing how I think about that still all the time. About how just so full of herself she must have been to think that she could show up like 10 minutes late for a lecture in medical school, walk to the front of the class, sit down and raise her hand and say, "Could you please start over?" Like, are you kidding me? Anyways. Okay, now we're going to change this one also. Oops. So I'm going to change the sync to a different port. Now, the purpose of this, for anybody that's tuning in now that wasn't here a little while ago, the purpose of changing this port is because I want to sync subgroups. So right now, if I do sync, they're all on the same UDP port. And so all my lights, I have 10 different ones. Well, now I've got 13 counting these. And they all come on and they all go off and they all do the same thing. And I want like the outside lights to do something different than the inside lights, or the lights on one part of the house to respond to a sync and not ones on the other side of the house. So this is how we're doing that. So sync interface. Okay, I did that. I did save, but it didn't reboot. So I'm going to go down here and do save and reboot. Woo. Okay. It's a lot of sound effects today, huh? Hey now. Hey now. Oh. Okay, there we go. Turning that off. And go to this one. It says it's on, but it's not. We're going to go here. We're going to go to sync, and we're going to change this. Save. And now I'm not going to reboot this one. We'll just see. Okay, so now if I go here and I put this sync and then I turn it on, yeah, okay, thank you. That was it, Val. I missed, didn't reboot. So if you change the UDP port to divide up into subgroups for syncing, you do have to do a restart, a real reboot, or it won't work. And this one didn't do it just because I didn't reboot it. Now if I reboot it, it's going to come on, and then when I go here, and now that I've got it synced and I turn them off, I'll turn off. That's a bug, but we'll fix that. Okay, thanks, Val. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Can wLED do anything other than LED controls? I know it sounds stupid, but some of my LED controllers also have door switches, etc. attached. Not right now. Can you put... There's a hair. Can you put music to control the effects? Not with wLED that I know. Val or some of these other guys maybe can tell you. I know if you go to the piece of hair. Hey, Chris Champion. Happy to see me live. I'm happy you're here. Watched many videos. Just wanted to say thank you so much for your time and effort. You are very welcome, sir. You don't have hair, and you're eating hair. Yeah. I'm sure it's not yours. I'm sure it's not mine. Not even my eyebrows are that long. Banana hair. It's okay. I lived in squalor for a while, so real man would have eaten the hair to save the stream. I have picked bugs, dead bugs out of my food and kept eating. That's where I was for some time. Yeah, if you want, so as far as the music sync, yeah, what you want to do is X lights for that. Do X lights and then you'll have everything you want as far as music sync. The lights won't. So there's a difference between X lights, music, and light show, and lights that respond to music, right? So sometimes if you know, and you see these sometimes very, very simple controllers, actually, like I have one right here. This is just this music-based controller. And if you connect this to a string of RGB LEDs like this, and then you play music, the lights just do things based on the beat, right? And there's some pretty simple ways they do that with varying the voltage or something of the based on how strong the music signal is. And anyways, that's nice. It's okay, but it's not the same as when you have X lights and you know when you hit this climactic part of the song or the music, the lights do something extraordinary, and then during other times they do something specific and different in different colors, right? So getting them to kind of dance and really perform, for that you want X lights. If you just want something where the lights are going to respond, they're just going to bounce when you play music, there's these little controllers that can do that. And I don't know if what's that one called, guys, that Air Cookie puts on his main page there? It's the LED FX or something. I want to say LED FX. He kind of gives them a little plug and says, check it out. I don't remember where it is. I haven't checked it out, but I don't know how capable it is. I don't even know where it is. Anyways, somewhere in here. I think that's it. It's like wLED.fx or something like that. SP107E is a good one. Is that a one that responds like that? How thick cable should I run for power rejection? Doesn't have to be very thick at all. Lesic. It doesn't have to be very thick at all. I guess if we probably get away with it. Spend hours sequencing a single song in X Lights. It's pretty intense. Yeah, it is. Photovoltaic software. Oh, cool. Tamas. Fast LED, noise effects, and palettes. I've successfully implemented wLED to control my lights with my phone, but Home Assistant hates me. Can't add anything Home Assistant. Don't know. Any suggestions? Let's do it. Let's add it manually. Okay, fellas? Now, this is, again, one of those things that I'm going to do live that I haven't actually done non-live. But let's do it. Okay, that was another one of the things we said we were going to get to today, so let's get to it. Hey, that sounded like Ben. Let's get to it. I miss old Ben. I don't think he's coming back again. Maybe. Go down to the DC section and do the calculation. Oh, you mean for how much voltage? Yeah. I use, I get away with, like 20 gauge wire, even 22. It's just probably not ideal. I think, we are putting sometimes a fair amount of current through those little wires, and we get away with it, but current is still the laws apply. So just because it's not 120 volts doesn't mean that your current is not going to melt your. Where can I find out what wLED is about? You can go to wLED.me. What about Odo? Haven't seen him around lately as well. Yeah, where is Odo? Has he not been doing his ESP home stuff? Fake air setup that had a fireman out to investigate. I haven't seen that, Adam. I'm not sure what that is. Wife says thicker is better. Gary. Family show, Gary. Family show. I've heard people say that it's a fire hazard. I don't believe it. 5 volt is not nearly enough to push enough current through that much resistance to cause a fire. You know what? Maybe we just need to try it, Rob. I have not had a problem. There's a whole chart. If you have this many amps, you need this size wire. I don't know. I mean, does it just fail? Is the resistance just so high that it just fails when it gets, because the voltage gets too low? I don't know. Hey, Tech Turtle. Wasn't I helping you the other day? I was helping you with something. All right, let's do this. We're going to do, so if you go to the wLED website, and when I say website, I mean GitHub, and there is a section somewhere towards the beginning here about, where is it? Wiki. Over here on the side, we've got a home automation configs. I think that's where we'll find it. Home Assistant. Connection is made via MQTT. The latest binary auto discovery is possible. Make sure that you add auto discovery true in the MQTT section of the configuration.yaml for it to work. So I didn't have to do that. But when I did my integration for MQTT, I did click the discovery box. This is an older thing. Most of us don't have an MQTT section in our configuration.yaml anymore. But I hope so too. That is sad. Dawson Spencer, what you doing, buddy? Dawson wants to be on TV. Everybody say hi to Dawson. Say hi, Dawson. Dawson, say hi to the world.
Hi, world. Hi, world.
He wanted to be on TV, I could tell. He came in and asked me about the golf cart because he wanted to be on TV. I love you. You can come be on TV anytime you want. Yeah, okay. Sure you don't. Oh, hello there. Now they're all saying hi, Dawson. Just a delay, a little bit of a delay. Yeah, Using Quindor boards would be a great idea. Put fuses in. I don't know. I kind of set it up and turn it on before I install it anywhere. And if it gets hot, then I'll change something. But yeah. Lag. Sorry. Okay, let's go here. So he's got here effects list, effect command topic, RGB command topic, brightness. But I don't see. Does somebody out there in the universe? Am I okay? 1.5 hours and counting. Yeah, I know, right? I said I was going to go long today. Maybe you stepped out for a brewski at that moment, but I said I was going to go. It was going to be a long one. I'm feeling good. I got nourishment. I got lots to talk about. It's going to be a long one. Settle in. Put your feet up. Grab a snack. Yep. I got and fitted my first 12-volt fused board to your solar setup. Nice, Adam. Very nice. So what I see missing here, is the slider. So we'll have to add that. All right. But anyway, we're going to do this. We're just going to, right now what I'm going to do is grab all this. So do you guys have, if you need this, this was for those who were saying that they couldn't get auto discovery to work. So we're going to just do it manually, okay? So we're going to grab all this to there. Copy that, and then go to your configuration.yaml. We're going to go to the configurator inator. I'm still waiting for that name to be updated here. Frank, if you could work on that for me. Configurator inator. All right. Get some space here. Move this over a little more because we don't need to see the lights maybe so much right now. Now I'm going to go to the lights section. And I'm just going to add a new light. Space down. And then paste in what I just copied. Now I need to do some change in here. Kitchen floor lights. No, we're going to just call this stream lights. Because I'm going to delete these afterwards probably. Stream lights. All right. Command topic. I don't want it to go to all. If you wanted it to go to all, you could do that, but I want it to just go to one. I'm going to create a snippet for you to make that happen. Yes. Thank you, Frank. Good man. I just wanted to control one of these. So I'm going to change the topic to 1. Because remember that was, if I go here and I look at what I set up under, this is the number 1. I know it's hard to see because things are small. Don't anybody. Okay, sync interfaces. And then down here under my MQTT stuff, my device topic is just wLED/1. All right. And I wonder if that's why maybe the group topic thing was that way too. Do you think, Val? That's what she said. See, Thomas, I knew. Seamus, I knew that. Don't leave the docs stream for it. I'm not sure what you meant. All right. Anyways, let's see. So I wonder if this, because I changed this from all to test, and then I wonder if but I didn't restart it. So I wonder if that was the problem. Why it affected some and not others. But anyways, so the device topic we're going to say is 1, because I just want to control this one device. Okay. So device topic is 1. Brightness command topic. See, that's interesting. This is the same. We're going to also say 1. RGB command topic. The all needs to change to 1. The RGB format. I don't know what format mine are, or mine is. We'll leave that for now. I'm going to change this effect command topic to /API. And then what do I need to do? I need to do something for the white, right? Tech Turtle just got X lights, work with LEDs. Van now makes a sequence in X lights. wLEDs picks up. Nice. Mm-hmm. All right, I know what we need to do. It's the white, right? Rob already told us. It's the white. So if we go here, somewhere in here there's a command for the white. How do I make a slider for the white? It must be something in Home Assistant. How do I make a slider for the white? I don't know how to do that. So these are my possible brightness scale, brightness state, value, color temp command, color effect, state, effect value, template, effect list, command topic, state, value, on command, optimistic, payload, retain, white value, command topic. The white slider was for your code. No, but I think they do the same thing, Rob. I remember reading somewhere, and I think that's what they use as the command. I think. I'm not 100%. Maybe Val or somebody could tell us, but I remember reading something like that in the wLED stuff. Don't ask me to go find it now, because that would take another half hour. So white value topic. How to configure ESP32 with this, Rahul? I haven't been able to. The latest binary had some problem with ESP32 on my end, at least. I don't know if everybody else has had that or not. All right, so white value command topic. Now I think, what is my white value command topic going to be? Well, I want a white value command. Pretty sure. So I'm going to just put that here. White value command topic. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be wLED. Who has done this? Mark or somebody? Which is best, D1 Mini or Node MCU? I used to be big in the D1 Mini because they were, I thought, significantly cheaper than the Node MCU, but they're not that much cheaper. They're a little bit smaller, but they're not that much smaller. Node MCU already has all of your pins on it. It's got extra ground pins. It can handle a little bit better voltage changes. It's got a little better, power regulator. So Node MCU. Yeah, unless you're really tight on space, where you have just a very specific purpose for the D1 Mini. I have converted pretty much. I mean, I don't go take old stuff out that's working. I don't mean that by converted, but I've been converted, as in I've changed my I've changed my practice. That's how they say it in medicine. I've changed my practice. What model Node MCU? Oh, this one. What is this one? They have two different kinds of power regulators, and some seem to be better than others. White value true. Okay, thank you, Kasim. Is that all I need to do? White value true will get you the slider. Okay, so I don't need white value command topic. I just need white value true. Thank you. That makes sense. What about the speed? To get the speed. Anyone taken power 3 volts from Sonoff mini pins to power a touch switch? Yep, I have. Many times. It works. Wi-Fi smart config ESP Home 32, please help. Oh, sorry, Rahul. I don't know that I can give you too much help right now with that. ESP Home. Go to ESP Home, get the ESP Home documentation, and that's what I would use. I'm not a programming guy, but ESP Home lays out stuff, and ESP32, they have stuff that'll work for that. So glad I caught this. The light around your dormer, that's the LED strip only connected to wires at one end. Yes. This is the light around, I don't know what a dormer. That's the LED strip only connected at one end. Great, VCC pin. Yes. Link. Somebody want to post a quick ESP Home link for Raul? Just ESP Home general, or maybe the 32 page or something where the 30 commands for doing the 32 are. What about speed? Let's go back here for a second. Where there should be something for speed, right? Oh no, speed's not going to be part of this. How do they do speed of the effects? Let's look and see if there's something else. Oh, I'm a dummy. Well, you knew that. Yes, we knew that. Actually, I think Mark, he gave me his, so he did stuff for Node-RED, we know, and my repositories. And then he posted it here. Duh. Configuration.yaml. There we go. So he put in LED brightness, LED intensity. And so he did those numbers. You did a palette. Oh, that was the other thing you're missing was the palette list. There's the effect list. And the Booleans I wouldn't do that. And then the light. Maybe he didn't finish. Maybe he didn't finish. But so he made sliders. He made sliders for the speed, but just because you move the slider, you still need an automation then to do something with that, right? Because that's not going to do it. Input Boolean. This isn't used. Preset buttons. I don't think that's all there. Share the link. Share the link. This link. Cheers for the longer stream. Nice to be able to catch some of it on the sofa again. Hey, Sai, how's it going? Rather than just listening in the car during your Sunday evening journey. Oh, I'm glad you made it. Yeah, I'm just feeling good today. Just feeling good, not feeling like I'm in a hurry to end. All right. Well, let's try what we got. Let's do. Yeah. The thing about it is, the light component for Home Assistant is not going to. They've got an ability to build in an effect list, but not a palette list. So that palette list is going to have to be something separate. It's not going to show up like when you click on the light and the color wheel shows up and the list of effects I showed you. If we put what Mark has for the palettes, which are just the palettes, in case anybody's wondering what is he talking about, the wLED gives you the list of palettes that you can choose from, which is basically just different color schemes. They kind of set your primary and secondary colors, and sometimes they're set to two, maybe just a couple colors, or sometimes they kind of change, or they're a variety of colors, which is really cool. So these are all the palettes. So in order for Home Assistant Auto Discovery to be complete, we'd want this as well. And that's what Mark has listed here. So Mark did do that for us. I don't know where I put it. Did it not? Did I close it? It's here. So Mark did put the palette list here. So he made an input select with the palette list. But then how did he reference that back? So just because you select the palette, maybe he did it in Node-RED. Because you'll select something from this list, from the palette list, but you've actually got to somehow get that information to wLED, right? There's got to be a link between what you select on the input select and how it sends a command to wLED, and this doesn't include that I see. He probably did it. He probably did it in Node-RED or something. Yeah. So you Node-RED guys, mess with those and see if he did it in there or something like that. An automation trigger on input select change. Yeah. I was wondering if it doesn't look like he did that. I don't see that. I know that's Node-RED. I'm pretty sure that's node red. We can look at it. Yeah. And then this is, so this was Lovelace to try and make a card for it for the preset buttons, which we did. Him and I worked on that. We did do that. So you can have your preset buttons in Lovelace. So I'll show you that too. And then when you click on a certain preset button, it will bring up that effect. Call service MQTT publish wLED all API PL equals 2. So that's how you get the preset number 2 by pushing this button. So we made that all work. Greetings from the Netherlands. I've already learned a lot from you and all your YouTube films. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thanks for being here. Someday I'll get to the Netherlands. All right, back to this. Sorry, that was an interesting squirreling because it was sort of on topic, but not completely, right? It wasn't what we were really doing a minute ago. We were working on getting this into Home Assistant. So let's try this. This should do something for us. All right. This will do something for us. I would actually, instead of this effect list, let's use Mark's effect list because that has the names in it. So we'll go to this configuration.yaml that Mark made for us. Thank you, Mark M. We're singing your praises and you're not here, buddy. We're going to grab all this. There you go. Copy all that. And then this is my configuration. So effect list, I'm going to paste that in. And of course the spacing is off. So I'll grab all this. And we're going to control bracket that way. Oops. Oh, shoot. It's not going to work. It's making too big a jump. Ooh, will that work? Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. Great. So I just did control bracket and bounce it back and forth until we got the link to Mark's list. Oh yeah, I did. That's the GitHub. It's just up there, not very far. GitHub, Sniper Cane, wLED, Home Assistant. That's the link to Mark's list there, Bobby Royster. How do I find Mark's list? Here, I'll give it to you. I'll give you this directly. That'll make it easier. No problem. No problem. It's in a GitHub repository. It's just a file in the GitHub repository. So, but Mark's list. So he doesn't set it up as a light. He's just setting up sliders. He's setting up 3 sliders. That's these input numbers. Oops. That noise is Discord. Oh, nice. Thank you, Stone. Alka. Hey, I haven't seen her in a while. Let's see. I got a new mention down here. Live stream. Nothing dirty. Thank you, Frisbee. Family show. It's a family show. All right. So, how does this look? Let's see. Let's take a peek here and see if there's anything we're missing. So this should only send a command to this one string. Just calling them streamlights. It should have our effect list. We should get a slider for a white value. We will not get a speed slider. Let's start with this. Okay, let's start with this. Save it, and then we're gonna go back here. Oops. We'll go back here and just check the config real quick. Configuration, server control, check. Sorry, I'm fully tried ESP Wi-Fi config, but it's not working. I have an idea for ESP32. What are you trying to do with it, Raul? What are you trying to do with it exactly? The ESP32. I don't know. I guess there's Tasmota has an ESP32 branch. So if you want to do something there, oh, yep, white value. That didn't do it. white value. So maybe it's not white value true anymore. Let's try the white value command topic. I don't know if that's going to make it any better. Configurator inator. Problem is, what we might have to do is, we'll have to just see. We'll have to tinker with these a little bit. I'm sure the information's there on wLED page, and then we'll see if we can get it to work. Why don't I have more than one Home Assistant window open? That'd make it easy. Oops. I need a check config button. Try ASP Home if you need to disconnect your Wi-Fi, then works like a charm. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're going to restart it now. It'll take a minute. I like that it says, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" For Raul for a minute, let's try. Hey, how's it going from Germany? Rox Tech, how's it going? If what you're trying to do, Raul, oh, hey baby, is what, baby? Okay, there's an ESP32 port of Tasmota. The original port is here because Tasmota seems to have broken GitHub's network page. It's very difficult to find forks now. So if you have a significant fork, okay, let's try this one. Yeah, okay. Try this, Raul. This will give you user interface. Really? Byte value true still works for you? What version are you on, Kasim? Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm on the wrong. Maybe it's, one of us is on a different version, or we different than each other. Got the speed slider to work in intensity, but cannot get LED brightness to work using that example. So wait, so Nigel, you just did this with the speed and the intensity? How'd you do this? How did you do this? wLED MQTT settings don't look the same as yours. Mine has no password or port section. I believe it's the latest version I have. So Kasim, okay, so I'm not on that one, Kasim. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe they changed white value because I don't have that. You solved the problem of crashing wLED? I haven't had any crashing. Have you guys had crashing? I've had disconnections. I've had disconnections where it drops the Wi-Fi or something. Really? With Mark's stuff? With Mark's stuff right here, Nigel? You got it working? Oh, you got these intensity sliders, right? You got the speed and the intensity. But does it do anything? Like you get the slider to show up and you move the slider, but that doesn't, there's no link back to I'm on 99.2 or 3. I don't know. Oh, maybe use Node-RED, Nigel. Can access how. Trying to get this automation for a long time. Might do it because of my channel. Thanks, man. Anno. You need automation set up as well. Yeah, I would think so, right? But where are the automations? So Val, do we have, now that you're back, is there a full Home Assistant setup for wLED that brings in intensity slider and speed slider and the palettes? I know Mark posted something. Mark M posted this, but it's missing that part. I think the automations part's not here. And I think he probably did it in Node-RED. Code Node-RED flow that creates any of the features needed to run wLED lights, including all the presets, palettes, effects, speed, intensity, and feedback. So he did it through Node-RED. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, so that's what it is. Okay, well, I can use Node-RED too. I just like YAML. Maybe I just like being punished. So it's there. I guess that's what we'll have to do to get it to work. I just hate to have to include another step, but we'll see. All right, so let's go back here. Now that has restarted, let's go back here and we're going to find our light. Okay. Okay, light.stream. Here we go. Let's turn it on. Oh, do you guys see that? Yay! There's my napkin. Okay. Now, if we can go here and we can select the effects. Great, and all the effects are there. And if we pick an effect, picking the effect here might not do anything. Picking the effect here, we probably need, or maybe it's the wrong topic. Maybe it's the wrong topic. So that's probably what it is. So my white value, so I got the sliders. Is that a brightness slider working? Yeah, the brightness slider works. So the brightness slider works and the color wheel works. This is, I probably have the wrong topic. I'm almost positive that's what it is. Well, is this not a Fortnite stream? Oh, hey, Carlo, how's it going? I would know. I guess I could probably figure out how to shoot the gun in Fortnite. Not a Fortniter. But yeah, me and Ninja, we're going at it, me and him. Hey, Doc, your home assistant MQTT auto detection detects 80 pieces of wLED effects, not 40. There are 80. There are 80 effects, Sir Eagle. So it should find 80 effects. All right. Well, that'll take some tinkering. So I guess, so who was asking about this? We started doing all this because somebody specifically was saying, hey, it's not working. Fortnite is so 2018. That's true. My kids that played it don't play it anymore. Apex for the win. All right. I'm back to playing Destiny 2 sometimes. Well, often. It's all the rage with the kids. They're about the only not streaming black hole right now. Oh, is that right? Let's try change effect command topic. Yeah, let's do that. Squirrel. Yeah, thanks for the squirrel, Carlo. All right. So what should that topic be, Val? What should that topic be? Oh, config JSON, which is sent via auto discovery. This is cool. Interesting. All right. Hello from France. Let's go to, I guess I got to go back here. I'm going to have to go into my configurator and Ator. Find that light. Okay. And then effect command topic. I need to change what it is, right? That needs to change. And I got to figure out what that's supposed to be. MQTT. All right, Austin, thanks for subscribing. We haven't had unicorns in like 15 minutes. Is there an LED strip controller that natively supports MQTT? This one. This one does. This one does. wLED does, right out of the box. Did he go with 12 volts or 5 volts outside lights on his house? On my house, I have both. I have both. It just depends on what you want to do. If you're only going short distance, maybe if you're going more than one string, then, You just have to decide for yourself. Sorry, man. Whatever, Legendary. I have a tree where I wrapped them around a tree and I put 7 strings of lights around that tree. And I just jumped 12 volts to about the 4th string. So it starts at the beginning and it does fine for several strings. But once I get to about the 4th string, I added a pair of wires to add 12 volts to the rest. And that works great. On my house, I have that channel that has a lot of room for wires. And at the time, it's different now a little bit. I mean, the lights right now are at least $2 or $3, maybe $4 or $5 cheaper, per string than they were a couple years ago. Effect command topic, wLED. No, that won't work for me though. ESP32, because you have an ESP32, Dale, that you're using, right? The Z, nice to catch. KTT device topic. Okay, here we go. Contains current brightness as an ASCII number, so /G. API response. On light change, it'll publish 3 topics. Oh, cool. Oh, that's important too. Okay, so sometimes it's not showing the state correctly in Home Assistant, so that would change it. But I don't want all. If I do all, it's going to change the effect to all of them. I want just that one. I just want it to affect just this one. So this should work. I mean, the name of my light is 1. The color worked when I did this. That worked. Brightness worked. The on-off command worked. It's just, I want this white value to change. The effect. Yeah, the effect. It didn't change the effect. I don't know why. Maybe all. I can try all and see. Yeah, 1/API is what mine should be. Uh, 60 amp power supply can handle 1,000 lights. Yeah, I think so. Divide by 50. 1,000 divided by 50 is what, 50? So yeah, I think it would work. 60 should do. If you're gonna put that many lights, so 1,000, that's 20 strings. So you are gonna need to add voltage even with 12s. Oh, published effects 12. Oh, that's why. That's why. I thought I'd be slick. I thought I would be slick and change the effect list to the names. And so what happens is when I select an effect, it sends the name as the payload to this topic. And wLED is like, yeah, thanks. I don't know what you're going to want me to do with that. Right? So if I had left it the effects 1, 2, 3, whatever, then it would work. Okay. So we got to change that back and then it would work. Man. Okay. There it is. So I just need this effect list. Silly Zs. Silly Zs. Thought I could be slick. I cannot. There we go. All right. That'll work. That'll work. Now we can see if that affects things works. So Val, what do they do about speed? What do you do about a speed slider? Well, let's do this and then we'll do that part, okay? And I'll do it as an automation instead of the node red. All right? All right. Because it won't be terribly hard. All right. Where am I at? Where's my Home Assistant? There it is. Just got to open a second one. Nope. Maybe now I am getting tired. I'm starting to click all over the place and not clicking where I want. Okay. 30 amps for 12 volts, 300. So, Mr. Fat, it's just a, what am I going to say? If you calculate out what you would need to have them all on max whiteness. Oh, that list stopped at 40. Oh, is that right? Oh, maybe that's an old list, so I need to change it. Yeah, but it's not, though. It's not. That's fine. I mean, it's 0.06, right? 6 milliamps. Well, no, it's 0.6, but it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've gone with a lot lower. And because you're don't have to be sorry. You don't have to be sorry. It's not like, it's hard to find a bigger power supply than 60. You probably could. Maybe 2. Maybe that's what you need to do too. Legendary is you can just get 2 60 amp power supplies. I mean, that many lights, that's fine. Yeah, it's 0.06. Yeah, per light. But even that is still too high. It's more like 0.02. And I know that they say 0.02 per LED, and you got 3 LEDs. And so when you put each one max brightness, it can draw that much. It just doesn't. Maybe, but I guess maybe it does at max brightness, but you just don't put them at max brightness. You don't put these lights at max brightness and leave them that way for any length of time. They might occasionally all flash that way for a second. That's all. So it's better if you just, because you're going to be different colors and different brightnesses. And so if you need to, if you want to be really conservative, great. And I shouldn't be talking anybody out of being conservative, but that's what I do. Reboot while talking. Thank you, Nigel. Oh, in OneNote, you run them all. They're connected together. You know what? Theoretically, I think it can. Theoretically, I think you can, but I would probably not. I would probably use more than one. I mean, do you really have 1,000 that are all going in one line like that? I think there's a limit somewhere. I don't know what the real limit is. Looking good, Seamus. And okay, please. What did I do? Please click on okay. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh. Well, we're up past 2 hours now, so maybe I'm getting a little bit punch drunk here. All right, we're gonna let this restart now. 2048 pixels. 800 on one pin and it's fine. Great. So 2048, is that the max Decon one? Get on the Node Red train. Toot toot. I need to. But yeah. When I can get to a point where I think I can teach anybody to do Node Red, that's the thing. But I guess it's probably easier than this, especially when you can just, and Doc uses its own medicine. When it's something like this, like what Mark did, where you just drag those things and plop them in and it works, that's great. That's pretty easy. Air Cookie said wLED should be able to run 1200 on an 8266 without lag. There you go. Okay, so you probably could. Legendary. For the 18 mega. Oh, the 18 mega, the max is 2048. What you built there, Seamus? Oh, is that for the stereo thing we were talking about? Oh, yeah. Let me know how that goes. Oh, wait, that was a while back. I'm scrolling back up in our old conversations. It's good that DrZzs still uses YAML to help us that don't use Node Red. I think about it as if I'm going to use it and if I'm going to depend on it, then I need to. It's not up yet. This will go away and this will go away when it's up. But if I'm gonna use Node Red and if I'm gonna depend on Node Red to do something that I'm gonna tell somebody else that they can do, then I have to teach Node Red too, right? For my. Where did I find the thin-walled PVC? Lowe's, brother. Lowe's, Cyber. Lowe's, Home Depot, they both have it. We haven't talked about the bug yet, but nothing's changed, Rucker, unfortunately, about the bug. I walk past it every time I go to my car and go to work and stuff. And I I just don't know what I'm going to do. We'll talk about it before the end again, but the motor's not fitting. And so I either have to modify the motor or I have to modify the body of the bug. And I don't want to modify the bug. So I guess I'm going to try and modify the motor again or some more and see. The other thing I would rather do than modify the bug is modify the transmission even. But before I do that, I'm going to look at maybe even a different motor, unfortunately. I think it's still a great motor, and I think it would work well in a car, in a lot of different cars. But unfortunately, in that car, there's not enough room. I need an inch, a bleeping inch. 2.9 centimeters. Is that right? 2.9 centimeters, somewhere in there. All right, let's go find this thing. Developer tools states. Oh, you know what? I know Dawson's going to be getting that. He's going to be antsy. He's going to be wanting to play catch pretty soon. We will have to. Let's get this working, and then we'll start winding things down. Because Dawson wants to play catch, and that's an important thing to do on Sundays for him and me. All right, so this is still working. Oops. I can turn it on, I can turn it off. Brightness, working. Okay. Color, working. Effect, working. Okay, and then, so what I would have to do to get to all 80 effects is just go back to that and add more, okay? So if you go back to this, where I had that, wherever it went. You just have to add more of these. Just copy this and add and go from 41 to 80. I think there's really 79, but something like that. Could you get a 1 to 90 degree gearbox for the bug? Ooh, Brendan, that's a good idea. I don't know. The other thing I think would be great is to just take the whole bleeping transmission out to begin with. And instead of even having the transmission, just mount the motor the other way. Instead of mounting it like forward and, so it's facing forward and back, mount it so it's facing side to side, and then make it so that the transaxles connect right to the gears on the motor. Why not? Just direct drive the thing. What's the deal? Right? Why mess around? What do you guys think the chances of me getting an order from China or for Node MCU and Pixels before Thanksgiving? Oh yeah, you can do it. Legendary, absolutely. AliExpress. If you use AliExpress and if you can find stuff that's reasonably, like some of it, if it, where are you though at Legendary? I guess I should ask that too. You can get it in the United States, I'm sure. It takes a couple of weeks, but it doesn't take that long. Yeah, and some of the stuff they now have more warehouses closer. Oh, you're in Arizona? Yeah, you can. I think pretty much any of the stuff I linked in that latest video is available in the US, and I got all that stuff in less than a month. Thanksgiving is the end of November, so you got time. And you're in South Africa? Wait, let's see. You're from South Africa. How's Banggood? Good. I mean, Banggood's good too. I think the thing is they have different warehouses in different places, and so you just got to find one, and they give you a decent estimate of when it's going to come. Some things do take a while, and some things they just never come, unfortunately. But they're getting better. Just be selective when you look at the estimated delivery time. And you might pay a little more to get something a little faster. And it's amazing sometimes how the difference in Amazon isn't, in some cases, is not tremendous for the shipping that you get. So names in the effect list won't work. Then what about template value version? Yeah, you could do something like that. Snipe eye. Yeah, or snipple. I like that. I like how you spell there, how you wrote that. Does funny things with my eyes. You could do it the way that Mark did it. So what I had here from Mark, this part, if you use this, then what you would have is an automation that says, an automation with a template. The way that Ben did it is how it would work instead. So you would have a list like this, and then that would just template in the number when you select it. You so smart. No, I'm not. Use a transmission from a 2005 Honda Civic. Will fit and mount longitudinal. Really? In a bug? John, really? Cable shift assembly? Really? I haven't seen this. 2005 Honda Civic in a bug? Okay. Let's go back here. Now I want to see if the last thing I want to see here is if our brightness or if our white value changes the colors or changes the effects. Okay. Let's pick a different one that we know. Let's pick something simple like, I don't know what that's doing. What are some of these? Let's go back to the blink one. Yeah, blink. Okay. So now if I can't set my secondary color here, but let's change the white value. Did that seem to change anything? No. But that might not be one that can change. Fade. Let's pick one that we know can change. Okay. No. Oh, I know what we can check. Let's do the one where it changes the colors completely. It was color, right? Colorful. Colorful is 34. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to pick number 34. Okay, and then if I change this, nothing. Okay, so the white value topic's not working. I have a config automation YAML for effect drop-down list. You do, Eric. Oh, yes, Eric's here. Yes. Do you have, send it. Would you post it or send it or something? Either, I probably already have it, but thank you for being here, Eric. I'm glad you're here. You're rescuing us. Frank just sent me this to change my configurator to configurator and ator. Thank you, Frank. Gimme. In Discord. Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. Can I open this? Is it okay if I open this to everybody? All right. So, stairs light effects. So you've got an input here. Okay. And then you must have a way to link this back, right? Yep. And here's the automations. Excellent. Excellent. And then what he's got here is he says, if you select solid, then it's going to send 0, 0 to the topic right there. Okay, perfect. All right, now here we go, Eric. Oh, it's something you found? Oh, you didn't make it? Oh, cool. Well, let's share it with everybody. And then the other thing I'll ask you, and maybe you don't have it, but maybe you know if somebody does, and if not, then I guess that's something we're going to have to make. Something like this for the effects slider and the speed slider. I think for now, what we'll have to do is just, we'll use, did that link show? Oh, I don't think so, Pear. I didn't see. I've got Ishmeet. What's up, buddy? Glad you're here, man. Okay, yeah, so you got something like that. Power, brightness, effects, intensity. So you must have a back, yeah, like that. How do we get that? Pear, your GitHub has this. Oh, good. We'll try and post it again, Pear, and well, if you post it, it should let me approve it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just didn't see it, because that would be the nice finishing touch here. I want to get this part finished up, and then we'll do it. The other thing we can do is Mark has the node red. So if you're node redders, like Nigel already got this working, right? Wasn't it you, Nigel, who was doing it earlier? If you're node redders, we already have that stuff ready to post in right here. So there's node red right here. This will make this. So put this in your config, put this in node red, and then you'll get the sliders and stuff you need. Your setup uses node red. Okay. Just going to slide in here. Just got home. How's it going, Amari? What's up? Did you try it again, Pear? I didn't see it. Here, input boolean, input sliders that node red picks up and then post via MQTT. Yeah. So let's do this. Okay. I'm going to break down. I'm going to break down and use node red. Hey. Home assistant's freaking out. Don't freak out now. Don't freak out now. Okay, we're going to go to node red. So I already have this because Mark helped me set this up already. So okay, let's see. This is the presets. All right. But he also put in the palette list and the effect list. And then he just sends the right information to where it needs to go. What I need to do is change where it says wLED tree to change it to wLED 1. So in these boxes, you'll have to change that for the topic. That looks like it's it. Okay, that should be it. This is the way to do it. Don't listen to me about doing YAML. Just do this. Set up node red. Copy Mark's. He's got 3 different things to put into node red. He's got the dashboard. He's got the she who shall not be named effects, and he's got the RGB lights thing, and then he's got this configuration.yaml what you put in your configuration. So use those, put them in, and you'll end up with this. Right, so I've got this. This is the dashboard. Again, we're going to change this from all, just for testing purposes for now. Sorry for all the pinging. That's Discord saying hi. Oh, let's see. These aren't connected. I wonder why. Oh, probably because this is not, that's his information, not mine, probably. So this probably won't work. Should be my home assistant. Huh. No. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry. What's going on? Next time, maybe you just want to cover wLED via YAML. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Thank you, Pear. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Paste. Okay, so back to YAML for a minute. Here we go. This is the palette. Oh, good. And then it'll publish that. And that's great. So it'll publish just the part. Will it publish just this number? It must. So you've got it so that it does just this number. And this was done when there was only 49. So now we have to add some, but that's fine. No big deal. Okay. Well, that will work. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so you could use this also if you wanted to do YAML. This was the missing piece. This is basically what Mark did in Node Red. Thank you, Stephen. This is what Mark did in Node Red, but here it is in YAML. So it's just an automation that says anytime you pick one of these, grab this number and send it to wLED, right? Hey, oh, Vanessa, you just got the notification that I'm live. It needs my home assistant token. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go back to that and deploy for a minute. And then let's go see if that'll work. No, it won't work because it's not. It needs my. That's weird. These are working. So. I don't understand though. Where would I put the token? It would back. I have to set up a different server. That's weird. Gotta add. Pick your Home Assistant server to the nodes that say no connection. Can we try this for FX speed? Yes. Let's try for FX speed. Okay. Let's try it. So we'll go to back to the configurator nator. This has not been helpful, probably for anybody. Top right config palette. Back and forth, back and forth, back. Huh? Up here. Manage palette. No? Oops. All right, so much for that. All right, let's do it this way. Because we're getting all the answers here in YAML, and it won't be too bad. And it's just easy. Well, I say it's easy because that's what I understand. All right, so we are going to need, the slider, right? And actually, I can use the slider that Mark made, because Mark did give us a slider. That'll be easy. So input number, LED speed, right there. Actually, we could do the intensity also. Let's do them both. Copy. All right. Bum, 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 bum. So these are going to be input numbers. So I'm going to find my input number section somewhere around. Oh, look, see, that's easy. And then we're going to tab over. Nope, we're going to 2 space over, and then we're going to paste that in. So now I've got LED speed and LED intensity. All right. So those are there. Done. And then all right, possible to make 15-meter strip with 3 5-meter strips. Sure. Yeah, you always got to figure out your power based on how many LEDs, Nicholas. Just how many LEDs. Select number, not find number. What? Oh, I did see it. Yes, Frank, I did see it, and I told everybody. Thank you. Top right, config nodes, Home Assistant server, and token for Home Assistant. That JD, that sounds like something I should do offline, so I don't post a token. Did this have external control? Yeah, Home Assistant does through the cloud or through Home Assistant Cloud, or you could open ports for your LEDs if you wanted to. You can do that. All right, let's do this. So we did that. So now we'll have those. So the next thing we need to do is we need an automation. So let's open our automations. Okay. And then we're going to need an automation that will say, oh, look, I just got the notification too from if this, then that, if this, then that. Input number, isn't that where I put it? Where did I put it? Yeah, I'm getting tired now. I'm getting tired. Yeah, I put it under input number. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. I think we're good. All right, now what's this automation going to look like? It's going to be similar to what you have there, right? So let's start with a copy of, oh, that's not what we want. Let's start with a copy of this. because this will be similar. Kind of, right? Oh, yours is wLED select. Well, that's okay. We're going to start with this, and we'll go from there. Get the one from Discord. Okay. You have two? Sorry, I'm losing my mind now. So this is going to have to be a little different. So we can do, so we want, this can be about the same. So we can take, all right, so we're going to have it be wLED, and then to start with, we're going to say speed. Okay. Alias, so that's just speed. And then we want it to be the input number. And then what did we call it? I should have kept it open. Let's go. Let's do this. We're getting too complicated for the configurator and ator. We need the big guns. Getting out the big guns. Sometimes I can't move this box. There we go. Okay. Oh, we're going to turn this thing off for now so we can have a little more screen real estate here. Because we need it. Right? The kids really want me. We're gonna have to hustle. I can hear them. Dad's still living? I call it living. Okay. I see your messages there, Eric. I'll have to look at it in a minute. All right. F inputs. Oh, I did do input select. Shouldn't be input select. So sorry. It should be input number. So right. Well, we did last a long time before I started getting totally nuts. Oh, I put it under input number as well. I put it under both. Energizer Bunny today. Although I'm fading now, Rob. I am fading. I am fading. Fading faster than the audience. All right. So now I want input number and I want LED speed. Right here. And that's all I need. Just state, and then any time that I change the number, it will activate this. And then the action, we want it to go to just that one. And then we want it to, how do we get it to publish that a number? 1 to 55. Okay. Do I need a template? Oh, thank you. There it is. Val's got me covered. Thank you, brother. So that's going to be right here. Right? States input number LED speed integer. Yeah? You can do it. Quick. Call out the inner chakra. Suck up some chakra from the earth. Woo! Super Saiyajin! All right. What do you think? I'll give you guys a minute to look at that and critique me. I think that will do that part. I guess we need to do the same thing for, let's do the same thing for the intensity. Right? Let's do that for the intensity. And I'll bet you Val can give me the template I would need for that also. It would just be a different something here probably, right? Change the quotes. Oh. Do I need no quotes or do I need double quotes? Does it not matter? Okay, there it is. Yep. And that's an I, I'm guessing. IX and then intensity here. If this works on our first try, I'll mic drop. All right, so peek at that for a minute. I need more eyes than mine. Mine are getting way too boggy here. We need a way to beep the dock for an important message. Yeah. Sometimes Discord does that, but then I ignore that too. Does that look good? Add the quotes. Oh, sorry, yes. Val gets stickers today. What do you guys say? Give Val some stickers for all his help today? I think so. I think so. And I get to decide. You can all vote, but, this is a dictatorship. Okay. All right. Looks good. I should check the config. Speak now or hold your peace. Teach this guy some YAML organization. As soon as he buys his Prusa, or Prusa, also in line 10 had double at the end. Okay. Oh, thank you. Golly, you're good. You are good. Okay. Anything else? Stickers for Val. All right. I think that's good. Let's go check it out. I just have too many windows open, so I'm going to close some of them. Or reuse some of them. Dun, 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 dun. Configuration, server, check. Not much help checking code. That's okay, Eric. Thank you. Thank you for sending the pics. I'll sort through that. Okay. I guess we can. Let's open the stickers. Let's open the stickers thing. Oh, it's not input select. Dorkle head. I missed that. It's input number. Wait. Nope, that's because it's in the configuration. So this one's right, but it's because I left it here. Yeah. What? No. Let's go back. Invalid config for input select. It's an invalid option. Let's check input select and select LED speed min. Oh, it's min, but it's not as select. It's a number. Did I leave it somewhere? Oh, maybe I didn't save this. Okay, I didn't save that. That's why. Told you to remove from select. Yes, you did. I just didn't save it. I moved it over here. I just didn't save it after that. I saved it in the configurator and ator, but I didn't save it in the VS Code. That's where I went wrong. Don't you want an input slider? I do, Eric, but it's input number now. It's not input select or input slider. It's input number. This should work. Voodoo. Oh yeah, and then I was gonna do got so many windows open and 3 of them are the same thing. Battissimo. Too many windows is right. Too many windows. All right. Title, stickers. I better get some stickers in the mail because I've been behind again. I try not to get too far behind, but I am right now. Okay. Sticker giveaway is active. Like that? right, let's see. Did we get it? Yes, the config is valid. Yeah, that's all it was. I had it in the right place. I just forgot to save it. All right. I can't remember if there was anything else I was going to talk about today. I think we did pretty good. If we get this working, that'll be the last step, and then we were able to do. We messed with several different controllers, and we did the sync thing. That was important. So we figured out the sync thing where you can have different UDP port numbers as to separate up your LEDs into subgroups. So if you wanted all your outside LEDs to turn on a certain effect, but not all your inside LEDs to turn on that effect, then you change the UDP number. Did I get number 1 stickers today? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I think you did. Oh, I don't know. Does this keep track? I don't know, Seamus. Have I sent you stickers? Do you want some? Got here late. Have to go back and watch the sync stuff. Yeah, it was good. It was good. And I did it wrong initially, or I didn't do it wrong, but you had to restart in order for it to take effect. And I also messed with the MQTT. So the 2 different ways to sort of sync everything together, right? If you just use the sync button on the user interface, which is what I wanted to do, then if that's what you use, that's going to use that UDP port, and it's going to try and change the effect on any other wLED boards that have the same UDP port. So if you change it from the default and you go to the 3 that you want in this subgroup, you change them all to the same one, restart them all, make sure they reboot, and then you can use that sync button to do it. Or you change the group topic. So instead of wLED all, it's wLED subgroup. And then you should be able to do it with MQTT. Although I don't know if I didn't get that. I didn't demonstrate if that was working actually. So you can get, yes, exactly, Eric. No, you can. Not even sort of. Yep, that's how we did it. That's how we did it. Once this, actually, I can probably show you still. Subgroup thing is in here. Sync interface. So I changed it right here to 21323 instead of 21324. So because I did that, when I go here, and I did that for 3 of them, and now I've got this one on sync. So if I turn them, all on, and I can change all their colors, but what it's not affecting is the other LEDs around my house, the ones in my office, which you can't see, but they're down here on the floor. You can't see those, or those aren't changing. The ones outside aren't changing. It's just the ones that have that same port. You also have to save and reboot after you change it. Let's see if Home Assistant's back. Home Assistant's back. All right. Moment of truth here. We're going to find... All right, let's find this slider. So, what do we call it? LED speed. Okay. So let's set an effect. Let's go here and we'll set an effect that has a speed. Okay. Like, I don't know. What's a good one? Sweep? Yeah. You can see it very slowly sweeping. Okay, very slowly sweeping. Yeah. All right. So now let's go to Home Assistant, cross our fingers, and increase the speed. But it only does it to this one because when we set that slider, we only did it to the MQTT topic as wLED/1. So it's only doing this one. It's not doing these other 2. Okay, but it's working. Now, let's go to one that changes the, I guess we can, did we do that effect one? I don't remember what we did about effect now on this thing. Oh, that's right. So we should be able to do it through the, let's change the effect through here by finding my one light. What did it call it? Can't remember. What were my lights called? Should be light dot 1, wasn't it? No. Oh, is this it? No. What's my light? What did I call it? You guys remember? You do remember. You're all screaming it at me. First time in the live chat. Thanks for being here. Streamlights. Ugh. See? It's late, right? It's late. DrZzs is going on 3 hours of streaming. When my stream time exceeds my sleep time. Okay. There's our stinking streamlights. Okay. We can turn them off. Turn that one off. Okay, so it's just that one that we're affecting. We can change our effect here. Whoa, I thought we could. Yeah, we can. Oh, but we also did the effect. Okay, so we can do that, but that's not what we want to do. We actually want this to be. Didn't we make a? Oh, I didn't finish doing that. Never mind. Okay, so let's just do the intensity. Let's just do the intensity. wLED intensity. There we go. All right. Now, we're going to go here. We're going to set these to an effect that we know is affected by intensity, like rain. Somebody said rain was a good one. So let's use rain. Okay. It's using my primary color, which isn't very good for rain. That's better. Now, if we go here in Home Assistant to the intensity and we change the intensity slider, it should just change this one. And it has. And if we turn it way up, yes, it works. It works, it works, it works, it works, it works. Yes. Spec6 says, it's really nice. No politics, friendly people, great hobby. When I die, this is the place I want to go. Perfect. Perfect. That's the way to do it. All right. Hey, okay, now what we got to do is get this all put together. Share that Imgur link in the chat if you want to show what it looks like in Home Assistant. So this is what Eric has as a in his Home Assistant display. And is this the one from Node Red? Is this Node Red, Eric? It is, right? So you've got all these for your so you pick your effect here, but it looks like you also got some presets up here, right? That's cool. So presets up here, and then all the outside lights, you can turn them on, you can do the brightness, you can do the effects, and you can do the intensity right there. Great. No explosions? Came for the fireworks. Cover your ears. Am I the only one left not using Lovelace? Yeah, Seamus, I think you are, buddy. If you're not using Lovelace, I think you are. Where's the best place to go for quick answers to noob questions? This is a great place for noob questions, Brad. I'm usually better at it than today, but today we were doing a little bit more intense stuff. What you have? If you have a basic question, shoot now. The other place to go is Discord. So either my Discord channel or the Home Assistant Discord channel, if that's the basis of your question. Discord channels, I've noticed they kind of ebb and flow in their activity. It's probably, I mean, the reason that it hasn't been quite as active in mine is probably because I haven't been quite as active in mine, but that's because I'm just doing so many other things. But there's lots of people in Discord, and there's several different Discord channels that could give you the live help that you need. Posting in the forums for Home Assistant is another place. So wLED has a forum. There's a Facebook group. That's right. Thank you, John. There's a Facebook group. We've got several thousand people in there. And we do a pretty good job. Just like, was it Spec6? I don't know how to say that right, but Spec6 says, we do a pretty good job of keeping things positive and just having a good time. Just we're here to enjoy ourselves, man. This is our free time. This is our recharge time. So we're gonna keep it good, keep it positive, keep it happy. So all right, wLED forum link. I can give it. Oh, I just closed Discord. Somebody else will have to do it. Got a Fabaro water sensor that says on, not wet. Oh, so in Home Assistant, you should be able to change the type of binary sensor that it is. So if you go, I guess you could do it in the states page. You should have, I'm assuming you have a binary sensor like this. Actually, I spelled basement wrong. I've had this in for a year plus. I did a video about this. Nobody told me I spelled basement wrong. Man. So let's see. It says off there, but if in the configuration, I was hoping it would give me something here I could change, but apparently it's not giving me something that I can change. Yeah. So this one does basement doors. So if there's a gear here, you should be able to. Nope, you can't override the name here. So then, where's the other place you can override it, guys? You can do it in the appearance customization. So you should be able to do it here. Nobody spells it right anymore. So you could find it here. So search for binary sensor. So here's my basement sensor. So I'm going to look it up here in customization. And then you can, this looks like this is not the right sensor, but let's look at the right one. Let's find the right one because it's going to be basement water. Okay. Right here, see mine says device class. You can change that. Yours probably says something else. Yours doesn't say moisture. Yours will say something else. So if you click that little pencil and then you can go in here and you can change it to something else. And when you change that, it may still show two different states depending on where you're looking, because sometimes it still says on and off, because on and off is pretty universal for binary sensor, no matter what kind it is. But you should in other places, and probably in the places that matter, you should see moisture. Oops, I messed it up. If you didn't see that, then you have to pick an attribute to override. So it's good that I did that. I actually X'd it out. You pick an attribute to override. And the one you want to override is the device class. And then that device class, moisture, is the one you're going to want. Okay. That help? And I'm back. Fix the spelling while you're there. Oh, yeah. Good idea. Thanks. All right. Who? Doesn't. Oh, yeah. That's because it's. Yeah, don't worry about that. Still fine. It's all fine. Don't worry about that red text. It's just a suggestion. Okay? You got that, Brad? All right. Let's do it. Let's finish it off. Now, if you guys were on when I did the stream with the guy with the Swiss accent, with Andres Spieth, I tried to show my magic cube and how when I throw it up in the air, it calls all the kids in. It didn't work that day, but it should be working now.
It's time for sign off. It's time for sign off. It's time for sign off.
All right. That was a good stream. Was that a good stream, guys? Did you have fun? I had fun. We learned some stuff. Definitely learned some good stuff. So how's it going? Oh, and then in a minute, it's going to tell us who's the first pusher of the button. Okay. And then should we let that person pick the other person?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to give us a random button push. Here, come over here so you can get seen in the picture. There you go. Ugh. Can it not output both? Does it mean you need automation for all three? Uh-oh. Automation for all three sliders? Yes.
Zoe, Mom's looking for you.
Is that what you mean?
Really? No, she's not looking for you.
What do you mean, Nigel? It didn't give us a Zoe's shirt. Yeah, that's funny.
Huh?
Did you guys hear it say somebody's name?
No.
I didn't hear it say anybody's name.
Wait, what about my shirt?
It's disappearing in the
It's green.
thing.
Oh.
All right. Well, if she's not going to tell us a random person, then who wants to do it?
It hasn't really been a minute. It hasn't been a
Zoe
I
and
think it
me.
has.
It's gonna be a minute and like 2 seconds.
Last time it was Greta and Zoe.
So now it's me and Holly. Yeah. Yeah, Grayson. And then you did it before with Holly. So now it's me and Holly. We're also you and me.
Okay, let's let Dawson do it. And then we'll let Dawson pick. Okay? All right, Dawson's going to be the first drum roller. Here we go.
Don't do hard.
Brett Cameron. Brett Cameron, congratulations. Oh, we can't see it. But Brett Cameron, you are the winner. Congratulations. Didn't now. Oh, yeah, you can push that to undo it. Yeah, push it.
Wait.
You smell good. Did you just take a shower? Or was that earlier today?
That was early.
Okay.
Zoe.
Oh, and Dawson picks Zoe. You got to remember that now, Zoe. Don't be mean to your brother later. Okay, here we go. Rudolph.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
All right. Okay, so we got to end it. So we're going to end this, and I'm going to do all the things that Father Time always makes me remember, right? Oh, she did those. Unicorns. So we're going to do exclamation point in the chat. We're going to do exclamation point. What did I put? What did I use? GT for grip ties. Grip ties, right? Grip lock ties. Go there, and if you use DrZzs, there you go. GripLockTies.com. If you use DrZzs, you get free shipping. Makes the same price as Amazon. My friend's the engineer. I don't get anything from it. Do I? I might actually, but they haven't given me anything. That's fine. Anyways, they're cool. They're very good. And then the bug we talked about a little bit. I got to work on that motor, figure something out. Maybe I'll use Brendan's idea. Maybe I'll just have to go something totally different.
Oh.
In the meantime, do we want to do a funny? How we want to do a funny sign off?
Halloween.
Spooky, right? Okay, sign off in a spooky way, right? Okay. Let me count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios. I kind of did sound like Goofy, didn't I?
As always.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. Val, I need your address in Discord also, so you can get your stickers for all your awesome help today. And I remember I told, I think the first guy that said hi was Fox or something like that.
Fox?
Somebody. And I told him I could too, but give me your address in Discord and we'll get some stickers out to you. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for all your help.
Until next time, adios.
Adios.